Hi, this is Jim over at Cherry Logistics. In this video, we're going to take a look at the provider profile menu. Also, some of the additional information that you can add to that profile as far as different locations that you may dispatch services from, or different types of equipment that you utilize for services. So let's go ahead and log in. We're going to log in as our test provider, Black Dirt Plowing Company. You would log in with your own credentials into the login page, and then you would go ahead and navigate from the main drop down menu to home and then provider profile. So in the last video we covered the profile screen, the main profile screen here. We went through and how to make any updates or adjustments to this screen. So today I really want to focus on some of the submenus on the upper right hand corner here of the provider profile. So you can navigate to any one of these different menu screens here. Some of those are the same menu options that you have with the main. Others are more specific to either your company or the customer's locations. So let's take a look at dispatch locations here. So by clicking on the dispatch location screen, we'll come up to the main screen here. Again, it has a lot of similar functionality that we saw with some of the other screens that have records on it. It has a quick search feature here to type in any kind of search criteria that would be found in these columns. Then you go ahead and click the search icon here, and it'll bring up the record or records that has that information from that search criteria. It'll also has the number of rows that are you can see. So again, if you have several rows, you can expand this list out here, or if there was multiple rows and you wanted to keep the list shorter, you can just scroll through multiple page numbers either here or here. This screen also has the same right hand side menu drop down so that you can navigate back to the profile or some of the other additional tie-in screens related to it. So this is the dispatch location. So again, if your company has different locations throughout the region that it dispatches services for, or even if you use it as a storage facility for melting salt during the winter months, you can list that location also. So what you would do here is you would go ahead and click on Add Location. A blank template comes up for you to go ahead and fill in all the specific information. Give it a name. You can give it the same as your company. Maybe distinguish it by Southeast, or this is our Glendale Heights location, anything like that. The main contact for that particular location, their phone number, the address of the facility, state, zip code. Again, longitude and latitude will fill it, populate once the address information is in there. And then once you start filling in these text fields, this save option will be highlighted then, and then once your information is all in here, you can just go ahead and click the save button, and that'll add that record here to your list of records that already are created, or it'll start your new list of records. The other function that the screen also has is, again, the sortable columns, so that you can sort on each of these individual columns here to bring up that information by name, by contact information, whatever you like to sort those specific columns just by hitting these arrows next to the column headers. And then within each of the record items, they'll have their own menus to look at. So again, here we have the location names. We have their contact person for those locations, their name, or I'm sorry, their phone number, and then their address information. So if we look in the menu items, we can view that particular profile, if you will, for that location, for the information that we filled out in there. And then if we need to update that for a different person's name or phone number, we can then go ahead and click the edit button, update that information, and then the save button will be highlighted. Once we make any changes, we can go ahead and save that information, and then that information will be updated within the records. So that's how you would create additional dispatch locations for your company. These will identify the locations on that Google Map image on your main profile, and it'll also give access for Cherry to see those additional locations. So again, if these locations go further out than your home base, and we have customers in these areas to match the services up that you provide in these areas for those customers. It gives us an opportunity to identify your company as somebody we can look to make that happen. So again, that's a win-win situation for everybody concerned. The other sub-menu I want to talk about in this video, we're just going to highlight one more, is the equipment screen. So this can list basically an inventory of equipment that you would have. Again, it gives Cherry Logistics a good insight as to what your company is capable of servicing. So again, if you have some pretty big firepower equipment for snow equipment, knowing that you can handle a large size lot like a Walmart or a Home Depot or that type of thing, then we can pair you up with those particular customer opportunities. So again, it's basically the same format. You have your records here for your equipment. If you do have use melting salt for the winter months, you can list that in here also. And all you would do is go ahead and click on Add Equipment, and then select the category, and then just select the different types of equipment that are available from the drop-down list, and then whether that equipment is owned or leased. You would just type in the quantity. So if you had 3 pieces of that equipment that are owned and 3 that are leased, you would just type 3 and 3 in here. Again, that save button would come up. You'd go ahead and save that information, and then it would update the records here, and you would see that information. You would do the same thing for any type of ice melt. You would just go ahead and click the add de-icing method, whether it's going to be a rock salt, cal chloride, whether it's a bag product, yes or no, bulk product, yes or no, that you utilize. Go ahead and save that information, and then that'll become part of the records here. And then just like we saw with the location screen, then you'll have that same information to be able to view, or go ahead and just delete that record. If you want to view it, you can see the information, and then you can make any necessary changes to it by just clicking the edit button and making your changes and then saving it. So that again, that gives us a real good view of the type of equipment that you utilize to service customers, so that again we can pair you up with the proper customer locations for your particular equipment in your particular area. So that's a couple of the menu drop downs in the provider profile that you can update the information that's in there, or add to the information that may or may not be in there to get this information to Cherry Logistics for your profile. We'll touch on some of the other menu items in here in future videos, but in the meantime, I hope you found this information useful. And if you have any other questions, please contact us at Cherry Logistics, and we hope to see you on the next video. Thanks.